just your age. You feel too old. You feel like, okay, well, I'm way too old to be living with my parents, or way too old to be living with my grandparents or my cousin or aunts, uncles, that type of thing. Like, or your roommates. Like, okay, like, some people, they move in, you know, like, you have a roommate because, like, it saves money. It really does. It helps you save money. If you haven't priced apartments and utilities and all types of expenses nowadays, it's really tight. So I mean, like,
very tight.
I can understand if you have to move in and you have to have a roommate. That's perfectly natural, it's perfectly normal, and it's perfectly understandable. Now the thing is, who wants to have a roommate for the rest of their life?
Unless you married, you shouldn't.
You don't want to have a roommate for the rest of your life. So, you know, your age comes into factor, and, you know, you start looking at that age like, I think it's time for me to move out.
And especially this goes for those kids that they love the luxury of living with their parents. I'm just going to be plain out honest with you. Your parents do not want you living with them until you're 75. They raised you, okay? Right? It's time for you to go, okay? This just the honest truth.
Some,
you know,
some parents.
You know, and there's a difference, you know, if your parent, you know, is sick or something like that. We're not talking about that. That's a different story. This is, you know, you're eating up all your parents' food, you know, or
you're not contributing to anything.
You're not contributing to no bills. It's time for you to hit the door, okay? They might not say it, but it's time for you to go.
Alright, next thing, you know, when it's a sign that it's time to move out, it's when too much stuff is taking over. Like, you just accumulated too many things. There's no space. Like, in your room, there's no space anymore. Okay, well, you have so much stuff to the point where, like, you have to go to other rooms to store your items. You need a place.
Or if you climb it on top of stuff, that's how I know I got too much stuff.
Like, you need to find a bigger place for you and all your things. Because, obviously, you and your things, you can't be in your parents' house anymore, or your roommate's house anymore. You need more space.
Hit the door.
More space.
Ooh, this is the best one of all.
Oh, the last one is,
well, you have to ask for permission to do things that you shouldn't have to ask for permission to do.
It's not that you're not an adult. You are an adult. But you just have to ask for permission because there's no privacy, there's really a lack of freedom, and the person that you're living with, they want to know.
Where you going? How long you gonna be out? Which car you gonna take? When you gonna come back home? Who you going out with? Why you going out?
Why you came back home so late?
Questions that a 16-year-old should have to deal with, or even an 18-year-old should have to deal with, but not a 25-year-old. 26, 27, 22, 23, 37, whatever. Not
you
good.
Shouldn't have to answer those questions. There comes a time when, like, and we're going back to age, when you reach a certain age where, like, your life is your life, and whatever choice you decide to make,
it's on you.
And you shouldn't have to worry about, oh, well, I have to deal with this, that, and other, because you shouldn't.
Yep.
In a story. But yeah, those are signs that it's time to move out. Not trying to drag out the video or anything like that, but I mean, like, you know, when you get that itching feeling like, okay, I just don't need to be here anymore, start working on getting out. Because if you just continue to try to stay or try to be content, you're never going to be content.
Yeah. Because
it's just time for you to go. It's a sign of growing up. It's a sign of changing. And it's okay to embrace change.
And it's okay to move out. And all of these feelings are normal.
Yes.
When they get on your nerves, when you don't have privacy or you feel trapped. All of that is normal. It's not, you know, you shouldn't think something's wrong with you. It just shows that you have grown, you've matured, your perspective is different. And now that shows to me that you are mature enough to move out now.
True.
That you feel those, you want your own privacy. You want your own things. Shows that you're older. So,
That's always a great thing.
yeah.
To grow up. No one wants to stay a kid forever.
And like we always say, growing up is hard, but we can all get through it together. So, feel free to subscribe, like that video over there, and share.